everybody. Good evening over there. It's evening for you guys. So I'm just saying I've got to remember that because the time difference is really something that I'm still getting used to. So hi from here in Australia. Lovely to connect with you all. Dave's reminded me it's 10:30 over there. So cool. All of you that are still up waiting for readings, awesome. We really appreciate you taking the time to connect with us, and it really makes a difference to us. And I love all the messages that you connect with via my page after the readings and the evening is really lovely. So I really value your feedback, and just to answer a couple of little questions that people have sent me through. I do take my hat off. I don't constantly wear my hat. But it's great when you have a bad hair day, like, yay, I can put my hat on. So for days like where I can't be bothered doing my hair, it's really good to be able to just whack my hat on. So yeah, it's kind of like cheating. So, and I've got nearly as many hats as I've got boots. So, that's just how I roll. So anyway, today, Spirit's really excited today. We've got some pretty profound stuff, and I've actually got a lot of information for my callers already, so that's going to be a bit of fun. So basically, when you ring up today, I've already got some information for the two callers that I'll be chatting to. So quite often when Spirit is aware that we're going to connect, and they, of course, know this prior to us connecting, so they know who's going to connect in, and so quite often they get excited, and it's their opportunity to connect with you and to help you to have that understanding that you're not on your own. And that's probably one of the biggest things as a reader, and you'll hear this from many of the readers on this station, that basically Spirit just wants you to know that you have, they're your soul tribe. They're the ones that are your supporters, and they're always there for you. So the more that we connect with them, the more they can jump in and connect with us. And believe you me, they are around and they will give you signs. But sometimes we need a reminder, and that's quite often what a reading is about, is that reminder to know that your supporters are there. They're never far away, and all it's a case of is you asking, and, they tend to then step in and make things happen. So they really can tend to help us with making decisions, with tuning into our sixth sense. And like I say every week, we all have it. So don't ever think that you missed out on that, because I have people connect with me and they say, oh, I don't have that. You do. So, there's little things that we can do to, keep in tune with that. So, and Spirit like to give us that reminder. So that's really cool. Another really good reminder, because my background also is I'm a trained Louise Hay workshop facilitator and life coach, and absolutely love Louise's work. God bless her, and the influence she has had in the spiritual world. And, many of you will know of her and have her book somewhere in your library. But many people I speak to have, 10, 20-year-old books that have been around for a long time. And I often like to bring that into a reading, because the tools that she shares in her book, You Can Heal Your Life, are tools that we can use every day. And they're really easy things to do. And I'm often, when I do my readings, I'll bring through information to help, especially when you want to manifest or bring things into your life. Because usually when you come for guidance, there's that bit of a, you might not be stepping up into things, or there's a bit of uncertainty around. So it's really good to, not only can I tap into that guidance and share that with you, but I can also, share with you tools. And one of the big ones, and I was reminded this a little bit stronger this week, because I had a couple of reads where I really needed to tune into that, and it's affirmations. So affirmations are massive, and you can manifest so much with them. And I constantly do it myself, because we all go through stages in life where we're feeling everything's flowing and then it doesn't suddenly flow, and that's part of our human existence. So having affirmations around, and I get on the computer, I write my affirmations on, put them in block lettering, and I print that page off, and then I cut them up and I stick them with blue tack. And I stick them anywhere. It can be where my mirror is, where my desk is. If David let me move this around, I could show you. But I'm not really good at then lining myself up to where I need to be, so I mess it up. But anyway, well, I'll talk him around that. So But that's something big that I'm massive on, is affirmations, and they always feel weird to start with because it's you're asking to bring in something that's not already there. So, and always using that tense I am, because you want to put it out there, you already have it. So that's how we bring things in. It's really simple, whether it's your love life, whether it's career, whether it's confidence to step into doing what you need to be doing. I am confident, I am safe. I'm safe's a really powerful one. When I first heard that, I thought, that's a bit lame. Like, who's going to do that? But in actual fact, we as humans, we like that feeling of being safe. So that's a really good one to throw in your mix. But, do a few. And I say to people, it doesn't cost you anything to do that. Try it out. Even when I do readings and we brainstorm, or I do workshops and we brainstorm different affirmations, and I get everyone to incorporate their favourites and set it up, and then a few weeks down the track we regroup and go, how's it going, is that working, what's happened, and there's a shifts and changes. Sorry, I talk so fast sometimes because I get excited. The shifts and changes that happen with affirmations are massive. So it's a little reminder this week for everybody, if you're going through anything, to look at what you want to affirm, to bring into your life. So it's a bit of fun and it's easy to do. And I say to everyone, no matter what you want to bring into your life, start putting that where you can see. You don't have to consciously look at your affirmations. It's actually hitting the subconscious, and our subconscious is very powerful. So we're programmed from when we were born to now. So if our programming wasn't overly positive, then sometimes we just need that little reminder to say, I am awesome. I am enough. There's so many powerful ones there. But, so just working on, and I always say, resonate with the wording that works for you, because the wording that I use might be different to what you use. So use wording, descriptive phrases that really work for you, and you'll find that, that it'll make a massive difference. So it's a pretty, it's a pretty easy tool. So I say to people, you don't have to go and spend a fortune to bring about changes in your life, and we really do have the power to manifest what we want, and especially when we tune into spirit, who are there as our, they're our support team, they're our cheerleaders. So, and they want us to be happy and to, live life on purpose. And I say to everybody, if you're not living life on purpose, just look for the signs and you'll see, the universe does guide us, but we just don't listen. We just go, not going to take that on board, or it's too hard. We do tend to make things hard sometimes, and and resist change. So whatever you resist, there's your clue. And I always say, because we all have things that we resist, or we just go, I don't like that, I don't want to do that. Look at what that is, and I challenge you this week to say yes to something you'd normally say no to. So I'm pretty excited. I'm going to a concert with a great friend this weekend, and I haven't been to many concerts over the years. I mean, I do enjoy them, but I find them very powerful and very overwhelming. But I'm really excited to be going to Robbie Williams with Gorgeous Joe this weekend. So he's here in Australia. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and that's something that I haven't done in a while, because being sensory, you tend to get that overwhelm. So it'll be fun, and I know every time I catch up with Joe, we always have a ball. So it's things like that. So saying yes to things you might otherwise go, it's not something I would ordinarily do, and you'll find that it brings about massive opportunities, and it also gives you confidence. So things like go on the hot air balloon, jump out of a plane, walk a different way to work, ride a different horse, all those things that we would normally stick within our little safety square. I say it's like our square, because as humans we get into habits, and sometimes we're in a habit before we realise. So that's really important to, just to be aware of that. So, so that's pretty powerful. So, that's an easy reminder. And if you've got Louise's book, You Can Heal Your Life, you'll find that if you go through that, she's got some great ideas and great tools in there to really align you with your life purpose. And it's interesting that I've already got information for our two callers, which is quite interesting that there is career things in both of them and stepping up to the plate and that kind of thing. So that's pretty exciting. So they're just the little things that we can do. There's many other things that can happen as well. But yeah, Diana in Houston, Texas is ready. Hi, Diana.
Yes. Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How about yourself?
Really good, thanks. Diana, I'm just going to go through a little bit of info that I picked up from Spirit prior to you coming on. Are you happy if I do that?
Yes, that's great.
Okay. It was actually grandparents that came through together, so I had they were quite close, and I felt that they passed quite close together, and there's a strong connection with you. So I'll just go into the information so that I can get on to more or less what the reading's about. Changes in your life, and there's almost like there's a procrastination and a time to break free and start saying yes to opportunities. And it's interesting because going by what I've just been saying prior to, there's a little bit of a resistance to change. But you've come to a place where you're making decisions, and there's the high road, I say it, and the low road, and it's like the one that's most challenging is the one that is the right one for you. And they're coming through saying it's time to take a leap of faith, and what you fear most is what you will be stepping into. So does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
yes,
it's also this year's proven to you that you're in the right place. So I feel like things have shifted from last year, and this year you're getting shown signs that you are where you need to be. There's recognition around you and success. So there's a lot of, I see, acknowledgement from your peers, which I feel like you've been deserving for a while, but this year is where you're stepping up.
Oh, wow. Does
that make sense? Yeah, it's really exciting, and it's almost like I need to say to you to trust those opportunities, and really it's almost like sometimes we need to be prepared to say yes even if we don't quite feel ready, because I feel like there's a part of you that wants to cling to the safe area, which is pretty common. We all tend to do that, but there's that element that you're stepping into something quite powerful, and there's that fear around it, but that's where you need to be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really strong. Really strongly with me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it's a lot of relevant stuff that's been going on around you right now. And it's true, I do, like, there's a bit of resistance. It's the fear. It kicks in like that.
Yeah. And it's like you're ready, so don't worry about, like, it's almost like look at the fear as false evidence appearing real, but it's actually, that's just your, we get a bit anxious sometimes when it's like we become powerful. And but what I'm showing here for you is you've become powerful. You've got the tools. Everything's lined up, ready for you to step into being who you are meant to be.
Oh, wow.
And I have to say, they're telling me you're not meant to be ordinary, so.
Oh, that's amazing to hear.
And does that make sense to you with the grandparents in spirit? Because there's a lot of love coming through.
Actually, my grandma just passed away.
Okay. And your grandfather's in spirit as well, because these two are coming through together. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, they are.
And they're coming through with a lot of love and protection. So it's almost like they just want you to know that they're around and supporting you on this. So, if you get into that fear, just be aware of saying, you know what, I can do this. I've got them both standing there, and they're very solid. So they're showing me that they're very they're very powerful as a union, the two of them. So I feel like they were together for a long time.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, and it's like they're very loyal and very hardworking. It's like coming through hardworking, and it's like you are too, but it's time now for you to shine.
Yeah, that's where I get it from.
So don't hesitate. That's my message for you, is step into that, because I feel like it's around you already. So I feel like you already are in the process of making that choice on the next step.
Yeah, I am, and this has really just it's assuring. It's comforting to know that they're there.
Yes, absolutely, and it's like that. There's that support with just making the change. So whenever you feel that bit of resistance, call upon them and say, "Okay, guys, I need a bit of help here," and they will help facilitate you moving forward in a flow without it being difficult.
That's always good.
I'm excited for you. Please keep us posted.
Thank you. Yes.
And honestly, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. There will be opportunities coming.
It feels like that. It just feels like I'm ready to take the next step, but then I'm scared because the risk always brings the fear, and it's just I'm a worrier. I just worry all the time.
Yeah. Well, the message here is, you know, you can say, okay, you do have that bit of worry, but the big picture is fantastic. So just say to worry, thank you, but see you later.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I know it's easy said than done. And a little bit like what I explained to start with, use your affirmations. So, you know, I'm powerful. I'm confident in the decisions that I make. I'm standing in my power. You know, all of those.
I'll be chanting that to myself.
Yes, just write them down and stick them up where you can see them, because seriously, it's almost like once you open that door, which you've kind of opened it a bit, but it just needs pushing open a little bit more, and that's just about the confidence. You will then, the flow will just, it's almost like a rolling stone gathering moss. So it'll take off and the right things will come up, and you won't actually need to sit in that fear. You know, you'll actually be propelled forward quite readily, and it won't be hard because they're showing me. they're making that pathway, you know, for you strong. So you'll start off strong, and that will help you with your confidence.
Yeah, no, that has felt like it's been pointing me to this direction, and I've just been hesitating, but I need to stop. I need to stop procrastinating, just get with it and make the decision.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, like I said, they came through really strongly. It's like, yay, very excited to connect with you today. And this was half an hour before the show. So quite often they come through when they know they're going to connect and have the opportunity to share the information with you. So, you know, they're really strongly around you. So you will see the signs. And I also feel like there's some reference to flowers. So I don't know whether you need to bring in a vase with some flowers, or there's a connection with flowers. So I just have to tell you that one too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So I hope that makes sense.
It does. It really does. I want to thank you. It really is.
My pleasure. It's lovely to connect. All right, I think I have somebody else on the line now. I think Dave's telling me. Lovely to connect with you. Please keep us posted. It's really great to be able to get feedback and let us know how you go. Okay. I've got Angela. Angel.
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
That's good. Now, Angela, again, I've got some information here that Spirit stepped in prior to me getting on the radio. So are you happy for me to just share that, and we'll just see where that fits in for you?
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Straight away it was like, oh, you're very kind and giving and quite psychic yourself, so you're very in tune with things. I'm not sure that you're fully aware of that, but it's like if you look at the past, you've just known intuitively things about where you need to be and what you need to be doing. I feel like the issue that you're thinking about or relating to is about following your heart, and there's also an element there of home and family and trusting your gut on things.
That's true.
Making sure you're looking at your options from all angles. So there's a little bit like you might be considering something and Spirit's coming through going, just look at it from not just the one perspective. And there's also some forgiveness around you. So can you relate to that?
Yes, I can.
It's like,
I lost my husband 2 years ago.
Okay, so that's a male around you. Okay. And it's like a trust thing there. So it's a little bit like similar to our last caller. It's about you trusting that you will be, how can we put it, taken care of or catered for, because there's also in here moving on in a flow of abundance. So there's like a shift around you as far as money goes as well.
A good shift?
Yes, yeah. But it's like you need to work through the following your heart. So there's something holding you back there.
I'm trying that.
Okay.
It's been very difficult.
Yeah, okay. So it's like, and even with that forgiveness, now, would I be right? Because I feel like they're showing me forgiveness of self, like you need to know that you've done the best that you can and not hold any, sometimes we can be a bit unforgiving towards ourselves.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on and things, and I kind of blamed myself.
Yeah, so it's like it's almost like that's your blockage from you moving on. So it's sometimes we get stuck and it's energetically it just, we hang on to it here and of course with what you've been through, that's totally understandable, but it's like he's showing me it's time now for you to take that next step.
I'm trying.
Yeah. I know, and it's always easier said than done, of course, because it's massive, to make that shift. And it's a little bit like they're showing me, intuitively it's time, but it's just you getting comfortable with that.
Yes.
And can I say, like, he's been giving you signs to make that shift?
Yeah, there are signs, and I'm just trying to, to follow them, because sometimes I just get stuck and I start thinking about everything that happened, and it's just very difficult.
Yeah. It's almost like, and quite often that happens with Spirit, when they come through, they don't focus on that last difficulty or, things that happen. It's more about coming through to support you on this journey moving forward.
Yes,
and
I know he would want me to move forward.
Yeah, and he's very loving, because it's like I don't know whether he was a hugger or he used to come behind and hug you, but I feel like he's, I've just got this big hug.
He was a big teddy bear.
Yeah, because it's like he's like this. He wants me to show you and say, and I feel like he's around you doing that. So, if you feel that, often when Spirit comes through, it might be goosebumps or things, or you just feel this warmness come around you. He is there. And I feel like he wants me to remind you that he is there. Now, is there a ring connection to him that do you wear it on a necklace or something?
No, today I was wearing earrings that he had.
Okay, so you're wearing them on your ears, because it's like he's just referring to the jewellery. What else is he saying? Also, it's about following what you want. So it's like now is the time you need to be thinking about self. Don't be taking every other person into consideration with your decision. Yes, you can accommodate them, but he's saying it's time for you to do what you want to do now.
Yes.
Follow your heart.
I always have a habit of not doing that.
Yeah. So it's like he's like saying it's hard. It's like follow your heart. This is your time. He is around you. He gives you signs. He's even making reference to a car. So I don't know whether there's a car. It's like he's showing me a car. I don't know whether you've dented the car or is there something. Have you got a car that's in relation to him as well?
No, because I don't drive and I don't have his car anymore.
Okay. Well, it's just a reference to a car and he's laughing, but this is humorous. So maybe it's something that happened when he was still here, but I feel like he's laughing and it's like sharing with you this to do with the car.
Because
putting a dent in.
He was kind of always a big joker.
Yeah, that's it. Well, there's something with the car. So that might still be coming though. I feel like I don't feel like he's showing me something that happened. So it might be somebody puts a little scratch on the car. Nothing major, but he's laughing. So it'll be something that you will laugh at.
But now his mother recently passed away. And I was wondering if you could, and that was kind of a difficult relationship.
Okay. The relationship with you and her?
Oh, well, even with him.
Yeah, that's right. She had a lot of stuff going on though, didn't she? Like it's like he's just showing me she had a very hard life and there was a lot of, and I feel like there's a forgiveness element with her too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's like, but once they transition, they see a lot of that, you know. I think there was a little bit of a really unhappiness and unsettledness with her. So, but when they transition, they have that realisation. And he was a bit no nonsense, so he's a bit like whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't hold a grudge, did he?
No.
Because he's like whatever. Don't worry. He's laughing.
Oh,
all right. I've got about 30 seconds before they kick me off.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was very comforting.
Very, very honoured to share that with you, and please trust that he is around, and he'll do funny things. Keys might go missing too.
Oh yeah, well, I always think of his funny things. He can make you hysterical.
I know, and he's up there hysterical, so he's doing funny things. All right, so just look for the signs. It'll be funny.
Thank you.
Okay. No worries. All right, I must go. Love and light to everybody. Thank you so much for your connections. Don't forget to like the radio Facebook page. For all of us here that it's giving you the readings, check out our pages and connect with us. We really love that because without you, we wouldn't be here on the radio. So we do really value your following and your messages. I'm so honoured and flattered. Thank you so much from here in Australia, and look forward to catching up with you next week.